So we made a video a few weeks ago where we thought we were doing a holy act. We gave you a video telling you all you needed to know about Crossrail / the Elizabeth line. What we didn't expect is that that video would spark a huge debate nationwide, worldwide, on what the line should be called. Now, I know from personal experience, the last time there was a big debate in this country, we kind of got it wrong. So this video, we're going to give you all the facts and you can decide which name should remain. In February 2016, Queen Elizabeth herself unveiled the name the Elizabeth line. Before this point, it was called Crossrail, and you can still see some Crossrail signage on some of the stations where the line is being constructed. Now, since the new name has been introduced, it hasn't gone down as well as the monarchy would have liked, with many Londoners refusing to use the phrase Elizabeth line. Now, this isn't the first time this has happened. One of my favourite tube lines, the Jubilee line, was originally going to be called the Fleet line, but this was changed last minute in honour of the Queen's Jubilee. So I'm going to break down some of the reasons why people feel it should not be called Elizabeth line. And the first reason is it's not a tube line, it's not a line, you know. We don't call other overground rail modes of transport lines. Now, reason number two, and I kind of agree with this one, there are too many syllables in it. Elizabeth line. Some have tried to shorten it, calling it the Liz line or the Lizzie line, but it's not rolling off the tongue. For the reasons I've stated, I think it's very likely that the line is going to be referred to as Crossrail. But one of the issues with the name Crossrail is that in years to come, very soon, we're going to have another Crossrail. There is Crossrail 2 in development, and us Londoners don't like sequels, so we're not going to have Crossrail and Crossrail 2. We're not going to have numbers contaminating our tube lines. It's a mess! Another thing to say is that TfL, Transport for London, the mighty Transport for London, they seem pretty committed to calling it the Elizabeth line. In fact, our friend of the channel, Jeff Marshall, check out his videos, they're amazing. He went to the TfL offices recently and they have a swear jar in the office, not for if you swear, but if you use the word Crossrail as opposed to Elizabeth line. So TfL seem to want it to be called the Elizabeth line. So Queen Elizabeth has a history of attaching her names to things. We have the Elizabeth Tower and we have the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Stadium. We get it, she's clearly a bit of a control freak. But Londoners will always rebel. We will call things what we want. We call it Big Ben, we call it the Olympic Park. We're not gonna add this Queen name onto it. Another thing is, once Londoners start using a name, we ain't changing, that name sticks. Boris Johnson has not been mayor for many years. We still call the bikes Boris bikes. The Millennium Dome was the Millennium Dome a long time ago, it's now the O2. We still call it the Millennium Dome. Londoners will stick with a name like they'll stick with their fish and chips. So I am super keen to find out where you stand in this debate. Are you Crossrail, are you Elizabeth line, or do you have your own suggestion on what it should be called? We will do a poll, and if the results are close, if it is 48-52, we'll run it again because that's not the majority. Anyway, in the meantime, you can leave us a tip, leave us a quid, leave us a pound, check out the description box and it will tell you how to do that. You can give this video a share, you can subscribe here, you can watch some of our other videos here, and you can social media me as long as you're happy to call it the Elizabeth Tower. That sounds rude.